Indianapolis Colts versus Drew Lock and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
First opened back in 2008, there's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Time with Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Alvin Kamara, the ball carrier.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Yards to go.
Block working out of the gun. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Locke. It's a slant to Gronkowski. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
A gain of 29 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. Quick slant to Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Jacksonville.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for him.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he'll be out right at the 35. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. On 1st and 10, Love. The pass complete to Hakeem Butler. A gain of 6 there on first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They just do get the playoff. Love going to throw it. He's got his man here is Gary Jennings Jr. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Deshaun Jackson. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he'll bang that one through. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Jacksonville offense on their way out again as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's a good news, bad news proposition for them. Mostly good news, and that's that they clinched a playoff spot. That's the important thing. Bad news, though, if they want to make a Super Bowl, for the moment at least, they'd have to do it out of the 6th seed.
And bottom line, everybody wants to play at home during the playoffs. We know that's a given. But nothing builds character for a ball club quite like winning on the road in the playoffs, especially when no one thinks you can do it. And if you win one and gain confidence, who knows, you might get on one of those magical runs.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. Give him 8 on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down. These two teams all tied after one.
7-7.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the gun, it's Locke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Here comes Peppers. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
22-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw now, here's Love. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Love from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by USC man Adoree Jackson. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
The point after try for Gostkowski. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jordan Love and his offense ready to get the football back. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. Love now on 2nd down. It's brought in by Kevin White. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Deshaun Jackson with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
And is set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. All right, time for us to spotlight Rob Gronkowski. Unless he has a Julio Jones-type 300-yard game in him that Julio did against the Panthers in 2016, probably not going to reach 1,000, but still pretty good year.
I think you're right. It's a pretty good year for him, but let's face it, every receiver's dream is to have a game like Julio Jones had against the Carolina Panthers. It's 300 yards on the nose, and it didn't matter what coverage they sent his way. He solved it each and every time. Maybe our guy can get that way in this ballgame. Let's see.
They have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Shotgun snap to Locke. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalized.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39.
At the 39-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Love. This is Butler making the catch. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. It's grabbed over the middle by White. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word. Hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick, because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
2nd and 10.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Kamara. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. To throw it is Locke. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards there on the catch and run. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Block now on first down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own
Indy's set to go on offense once more. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
First down, Love to pass. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
DJ Chark.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
At the 20-yard line.
Throwing again. Love. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Love. Drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Isaiah Simmons, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So we've come upon half. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Second down, Love. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. A pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Love. This is caught by Jackson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First and 10 at the 38-yard
So
line.
here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Love. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, He's got second and third down to fall back on.
Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. To throw again. Love. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. It's A.J. Klein, the linebacker. The 40, 20, 10, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick six last year, remember it, but it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs, and they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us, that's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
1-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Love. Open man, Butler complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Matt Breida, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
At the 33-yard line.
On 2nd and 12. Block. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. 30. The 20. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big big way. That was a statement-long touchdown.
The Colts getting another possession here on offense.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they make some adjustments.
Now here's a throw that's taken in by Tajay Sharp. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Love. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. He's going to be intercepted the third time. Derwin James with a pick. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And 10 yards.
And the blitz does come. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Isaiah Simmons in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Returning is Peppers. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A big spot now for the rookie Love. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Breida, the ball carrier.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
To throw on 2nd down. Love. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Bryce Love, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter.
28 all. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Taken in the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
And certainly they are pleased to know that they will be in the postseason. That's the good news. They've clinched a spot at least. The bad news, at least for now, they would have to make a run out of that 6-hole seeding, and that's not an easy prospect.
Not at all, especially with how loaded this conference is. And think about the thought of trying to run through 3 road games just to the Super Bowl. It seems unlikely, but we have seen it happen before.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Again, it's Kamara. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
And the Colts coming out now.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He was brought down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That's good for a Colts.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Jordan Love ready on first down here. Man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, here's Breida. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Past the 20. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Matt Breida, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
On first down, Locke. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's locked. And that is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. On play action. Love to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by McManus is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. 38. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
So now the Jags down by 10, just over 1:40 to play. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lock. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Lock to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. Now Lock. And his throw is incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And that'll make it 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Lock. Now a desperation throw. And that's caught inside the 35.
Lock's pass.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Complete.
A very solid gain of 27. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Jacksonville.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Love. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It's second
Ball
down.
on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Love. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter. Able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have the thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One final try for Locke. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. But now it'll be 3rd down.
3rd down. And 10.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Today,
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory.